speakers, ayy. This shit feel nostalgic, ayy. Feel like I was Frank, ultra from the palette, ultra from the aura, ayy. Shine like ultraviolet, ayy. You should bag up from me, cause I tend to get violent.
We have everybody's attention, please. We are now boarding the brothership Choo Choo, the only place in outer space where the nerds come for the content and the culture. As always, we are your hosts, the co-captains of the cool kids, aka Genkai's favorite guys, and let us never forget the deadliest backcourt in the podcasting industry, preaching the good word on all things nerd. Tis I, the frozen one, Mr. Matthew Porter, aka a tall glass of gin, woo, and juice, here with my bro pilot, my pod tonic life partner, the scholar from planet Sadala himself, Mr. Troto Trav. Beam them up, Travie.
Man, y'all know who it is. It's the kid Troll Told Trav, and I say this with saying pride because Lord Beerus knows. He knows I've never been a cheater because I've been with one woman like Vegeta. And here at the brothership, what I takes, we take flight. But please, please, please do not take our heads. We ain't no kites.
We stay grounded.
And we are here to talk about Gachiakuta and to slander Togen Ankai.
That's what this has become.
I feel like I'm being disrespectful in saying we're here to discuss Togen Ankai and Gachiakuta because they're just not in the same. Yeah, they shouldn't be in the same sentence.
Exactly. So I guess we'll just get the Togen of it all out of the way. Togen Ankai.
Give the episode's called Hardened by Doubt. Mr. Porter, please give your thoughts because I feel like I've been the curmudgeon on the podcast recently, and you've been able to try to give it a positive spin, and so I'll let you take the lead there.
I got you.
And maybe we'll see where we go from there.
As a Philly-based podcast, we would be remiss if we didn't give you the AI overview for the synopsis of this episode. Shiki and the others investigate a fire at a girl's house, at the girl, the fucking girl that we keep focusing on, the girl's house that follows a hospital fire.
No relation to them, just happens to remind them of
at
them.
all.
Yeah.
Suspecting they are connected. They return to the Namiria branch to report to Masumi, that's the guy who doesn't close his eyes, who looks like L off Death Note, who believes the Momotaro agency is using someone named Shinya to monitor them. He doesn't know who's monitoring them, but all right. Meanwhile, Shinya uses his abilities.
See, this is why AI cannot replace humans.
Planting seeds of doubt within the Oni faction. Yeah, so that wasn't really what happened, kind of, sort of, but sure. So the Oni are aware that they're being watched. They just have no idea how they're being watched.
Take that, AI.
Yeah, and because Jin was the one that was captured by them, they feel like it is something that has to do with him. So much like the opening scroll, which I had pointed out last episode, they have him headphoned and blindfolded. So all of his senses are cut off, which is salty that they don't know that Shinya's power doesn't include sound. So Jin just out here listening to music for no reason. And he doesn't strike me as a music lover.
Nah. Yeah, he is sitting in silence type.
But one thing that I will say, to lead with hate at first, this show only has 24 episodes. We are now on episode 18. It seems as if the confrontation between Shiki and Mikado is what they're planning on wrapping this up with. God damn, that is about to be the slowest crawl to the finish line of all time.
The second half of the season, they've just basically been in the break room.
The Momos have 1000% been on lunch the whole second half of the season. It's been their whole
15-minute lunch break, or their 30-minute lunch break. Goddamn, clock back in.
Yeah,
shit,
word,
man.
It'd be so funny if just like so meta and how they keep taking jabs at you, Trav. If like episode 24 is like the boss of the Oni just coming into the break room and be like, "Why the fuck y'all just been sitting here the whole time,
bro?" And then how about too another dig at me is that I was like, the only storyline I'm really interested in is Mikado and Shiki, and of course they end it with the cliffhanger of Mikado saying, if he's a child of kissing, I'll have to kill him, and it's like, oh, okay, well, great. Now I have to wait another episode to see if they actually do meet.
It's probably not gonna happen the next episode either.
The cliffhanger of the next episode, I'm calling it now, is that they're gonna meet.
The start of the confrontation, or like they're
just gonna see each other, bro. They're not even gonna talk.
Nah, I feel you.
They just gonna see each other, and he's gonna be like, oh, that's not Natsu.
Yeah, or like Shinya's gonna be like, oh shit, this is who you thought was Natsu. Like that's what's Shiki's last name? Okanosuke, something like that. And Shiki Okanosuke, Ichinose, that's the one.
Ichinose or something like that.
Yeah, we close. We in the neighborhood. We're in the cul-de-sac. But I will say a silver lining It's dragging out, but I like it.
Yeah, Ichinose.
Yeah, Shinya's. I fuck with how quick he thinks on his feet. Like he'll have
like he's a solid character.
I fuck with how he. Because I will say this, I don't believe that I said it on an episode, Trav, but I definitely thought it. For the longest time, I was just like, why the fuck do they keep setting fire to shit? Like, it just was not registering to me. I was just like, all right, yeah, they set the fire to the girl's house to like pull out the Oni to like get them on camera, whatever. I thought it was just that, like draw them out so they could see what they're working with, get eyes on them so Shin can use the power. Didn't register to me at all with Shiki's Kishin ability being fired, that's how Shinya was like playing the long game. That'd be like, oh shit, like this guy keeps asking you for addresses and then they show up on fire. Coincidence? I don't know. Kishin's kid, that Shiki, like we know he's fire. So I love the how he's planting seeds of doubt in the Mikado's head. And even that whole line where he was just like, damn, 2 seconds ago you trusted him 100%. Now you want to trust him. He's like, that shit dropped down to 99. He said, I could work with that. Like, Shinya's manipulation, like a true
dirty Mac.
He's 1000% a hating ass nigga.
Yes,
and I'm here for it.
Your man's only got you a card for your birthday.
Yeah, some shit. He white knighting like a motherfucker. Yeah.
No flowers, no chocolates, no presents.
I like, damn, he didn't. He would like use the girl's favorite flower, like in the sense, like, what? He didn't get you no daffodils.
Like, he should know you love orchids.
Yeah,
you should know that.
What? No baby's breath? Like what?
Shinya know what he doing. He know what he doing.
Like he's been the silver lining for me for this. Him and the Brazilian Momotaro, Osuke, Momokata, the one with the tan.
Yeah.
They've been the only things that I've liked.
And
like
then,
in this season, yo.
And you know what was like slightly revealed this episode? What did he say? Like 99%. Oh no, he was talking about the doubt.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. He says he's a damn 100%. You just trusted him 100% 2 seconds ago. Now it's 99. He's like, I can work.
But didn't he have a line of talking about essentially Mikado? He can get to a point where
he was basically saying like his like his overarching like sense of like justice and like doing what's right. Like as long as he can paint Shiki in like a negative light, like his desire for wanting to do the right thing will take over. So essentially, so he's like using his best quality against him. And
it feels like Shinya is doing what he can to bring out.
I'm convinced Shinya can't fight. I'm like 100% sold that he has zero hands. Yo.
I feel like this is his. I think he's a strategist. I think this is his main powers and contributions. And I think what he's trying to do is basically Paragus and Broly it and try to get Mikado to
Broly.
Yeah.
Your father was hit by an energy beam.
That's what I'm saying. He knows what to make. He knows what to make Mikado snap. And it seems like when Mikado does snap, fuck it. He probably stronger than Mudano because I haven't seen shit from Mudano.
Another jab at Trav. That's what we're gonna start calling these segments. Jabs at Trav.
Yeah.
When Shinya was talking to Momokado and Tsukiyumi, and he was just like, "Can y'all just kill him already?" He was taking y'all so long. And then he was just like, "If they just team up together, maybe they'll be able to beat him." But I just found it so funny that it's like, we still aren't too impressed with Mikado's like how yoked he is, or he seems to like been tamed down since becoming a teacher. And it's just so funny, like Shinya is like kind of in agreement. So he's just like, oh, like this dude don't seem like he's that big of an issue. Like, can somebody just kill him, please?
Yeah. Everyone's just kind of like, yo, why is he still here?
Yeah, but I'm rolling. I feel like the next episode is gonna be Shinya just cracking away again at the seeds of trust and everything, and it's gonna be more misunderstandings. Real quick, why I need TV characters to learn how to lie better. or lie better and quicker.
Anime characters never lie.
Shiki could have easily when Mikado was like questioning him, and old girl who has the hardest name in the Oni ranks to pronounce, Homare. Mm-hmm. When she started talking in the background, Shiki should have just been like, I'm with a girl, bro. Like, not a good time. When he was on some like, oh, I can't talk about it. I'm busy right now. And Mikado's like, oh, what are you doing? Why can't you tell me? when Shorty started talking in the background, I would have just been like, I'm with a girl, bro. Like, you know, like I gotta call you back. No, like, and it would have easily been like, oh, he's with a girl. I heard her in the background. We're good.
Or they could have confirmed a theory that, you know, Mikado might have a more than just a friendship interest in Shiki. You know,
which is funny because I'm still rolling at their siblings. I still think that they're brothers. But I did kind of feel that too a little bit, that he definitely might have a little crush on what's his fake name? Natsuke? Natsu. Who the fuck is Natsuke?
I don't know. Like,
that sounds like a character. That sounds like a character on Demon Slayer. I definitely fused characters.
Yeah, Natsuke the fusion Demon Slayer.
That's funny as shit. Name of this episode. Natsuke ?
Natsuke.
Natsuke. That's the real. But yeah, there's nothing else to note here in Togen Ankai. We can move on to the much superior Gachiakuta. Gachiakuta.
It's so funny too. I feel like sometimes I'm so like driven by my passion to rip Togen Ankai that like sometimes it seeps in where I'm like, did we actually talk more about Togen than we did about Gachiakuta?
Yeah, I felt that.
But you know what? The thing is, though, when you're damn near shooting perfect from the field, you know, there's not much. They
don't fucking miss, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't. Trey, do you have the name of this episode in front of you by any chance?
Let me pull it up. So
the synopsis. I'll read the synopsis. So while Trav gets the name of the episode, Gachiakuta episode 19 breaks my heart that there's only like 5 more episodes left of this show. Makes me sad. But Zodo reveals his plan to use a giant trash beast created from his experiments with the Watchmen series items. That's also not true. To travel to the sphere.
Told you cannot replace us.
The cleaners react to their current situation and are motivated by the revelation that the entire battle is taking place inside a massive trash beast.
That's why you forgot it was so simple. It's called the Watchmen series.
Oh shit! There you go. The episode also
Watchmen series.
The episode also features Rudo's recurring flashbacks, which some reviews found repetitive. Not them fucking including reviews in the synopsis.
We don't want that.
I'm not. Never mind. We're done. We're done with that.
Let's just talk. Yeah.
I love this episode. Fuck with the AI over you talking about. This shit was fire to me.
I don't know what they on, bro.
Yo, Dear Santa's power. I love it. I love it.
It was so
him
cute,
and bro.
The little taps in the beginning.
Yeah, at the start.
And Bungus is like, yo,
he's like, we shouldn't enter. He's like, we should probably tell him the truth that he's washed.
We shouldn't tell kids to pursue their dreams.
Yeah, basically, he's just like, yo, he said, ain't no participation awards in this world, bro. He's like, if the kid is trash, don't put him in the league.
He's almost like, I don't want to hurt this little man.
Yeah,
tell him to sit this one out.
I'm bro. Everything about this episode was fire. All right, I'm back on my reckless speculation. Zodo is clearly not the winged giver because he can't fly. Clearly, like
he's trying to create
proven fact,
the winged beast to fly.
Proven fact, this man can't fly. Proven fact, this man has never been to the sphere, which now removes him being the second masked person. I am standing on business that Regto was the second masked person, the person that knocked out Freaky Bull with the boots.
Okay, expound upon that.
I think that's why Regto has that Watchmen series journal that we know was taken back by the teeth mask person, who's the winged person. I think Rudo's finally starting to pick up on stuff. He was like, damn, like if the Watchmen series is a series of vital instruments that was founded on the ground, how the fuck did Regto have this book? And where did he get these gloves from? Unless my man has been to the ground. Further leading to my speculation that I said before, I think he's the masked person that couldn't fly. I am planting this flag in the ground. Arca is either the winged giver or he knows who that winged giver is. He either is in league with this person or he knows this person. I'm 1000% going to continue to harp on. I feel like that was not a throwaway scene when Engine went to introduce Rudo to Arca and he was not in his office. That scene has stuck with me. Where was he?
Where do you think he was?
I feel like he was up at the Sphere. I feel like him being the winged giver.
Had a business meeting?
Bro.
He had a work trip?
So I'm also harping on the back of Orca's head tattoo. Again, these opening intros for these shows have been giving away a lot of shit in the show, in the thing. When Arca is shown in his little montage in the opening sequence, the first thing that's shown is the back of his head, which is that tattoo.
Right.
It's like it's like an eyeball. It looks like some type of like, for me, it looks like some type of like religious symbol, but it's in the shape of an eyeball. I don't think that it's a coincidence that we've learned about these super religious fanatics who like worship the sphere and see like the trash that comes down to the ground is like gifts from above, like the heavenly up top. If Arca knows what the sphere is, like that's somebody who could like take advantage of like people who don't know what's really happening and use that shit to leverage. I'm not necessarily saying that Arca is a bad guy, but I don't think his motives necessarily line up with what the cleaners like engines do. I think that there's more behind what Arca is actually in this for than what we realize. And it makes me more feel like something might happen that'll drive a wedge between Rudo and the cleaners that might push him more towards the what the fuck is the raid? Not the Raiders. What are the what's Zodo's group called? They are the Raiders. The Marauders were the weird the weak bulls.
Yeah.
And that divide, because Engine seems to be very protective over his foundlings, i.e. Rio, Zanka, and Rudo, that might cause a conflict between Engine and Arca. I'm not saying an Arca Engine fight might not be on the table, bro, but I think Arca, again, I don't want to go as far as to say nefarious, but at a minimum, he knows who the Winged Giver is. But I think he is the Winged Giver. Going back to Bungus's part, no one knows what Arca's vital instrument is. No one knows what his giver ability is. No one's seen him use it. That was a point that was shown to us as the user. As the user, I guess we turned it on. We're the user.
We got vital instruments.
Fucking this is Tron. This is Tron. Yeah. Tron Legacy.
Ready Player One.
I know, right? But yeah, like we as the watcher, I feel like they're planning those. They're Shinya in us. They're planning season
sound like
out.
Somebody of the series.
Bro, I'm trying.
Me as the watcher.
Us, we're watching the series. It's all meta, bro. Like we're watchers of the series of
Watchmen of the Watchmen series,
bro. So I'm recklessly speculating. I think Arca is the Winged Giver. I think him and Regto were partners. Again, the thing where don't know where the connective tissue is why the Winged Giver gave Amo the boots. That I guess kind of going to like what Zodo was saying, like certain people can like imbue their power into it that can like make the boots like super get stronger or anything in the Watchmen series.
Well, yeah, they say like people with stronger. He said people with really strong
I forget the word. Yeah, can like use them and not go mad. And I also found it interesting that people who use the Watchmen series lose their mind, which like Freaky Bull had them boots for a really long time, and not excusing Freaky Bull being Freaky Bull. Like, but I
am putting the boots.
We're not putting on the boots. No, he was
Freaky Bull.
Yeah, he was just a nasty nigga. But I just feel like that. I feel like that is an interesting thing that these items are so powerful that like normal people who use them for prolonged exposure end up losing their mind. And Rudo has had these joints for years and has maintained his sanity. And Zodo was saying, he was like, I think a part of it is because both of us lost our humanity at some point along the way, which I think that might be what Jabber was smelling. Remember he said that Zodo and Rudo have the same smell? Yeah. It's like maybe it's like the smell of somebody who's like humanity.
And when he said when he lost his humanity, there was probably the
showed a little flashback scene
when he got sent to, or Rudo probably had that feeling like throughout his life just because the way. Because remember
we don't know Rudo's story before Recto took him in, so it's like and he was like 6'7", like he had lips, not 6'7". I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
That was an accident.
You hanging with your kids too much, man.
That was my kids don't say that shit. Thank God. That might be the real. But yeah, like why the teeth, the Winged Giver gave Amo the boots, like how that connects to like Zodo's plan, if it is connected. Maybe it's a race to see who can like take down the sphere first, but yeah, I'm saying Arca is not who we think he is. Again, I won't go as far as to say like he's the secret villain of the show, but I definitely think he's on some fuck shit to some extent. And like I say, I'm rolling. I think he killed Recto. I think he's the whole line
about Zodo saying they both lost their humanity. I mean, we keep seeing the flashbacks of Rudo and all his interactions with his peers and how he was mistreated. He was called a masochist. And him,
we don't know how he got his scars. Like
him asking Recto, like, is he a masochist? And then just everyone just treating him like he's trash, and then they're supposed to be living in an area where you're supposed to be on the up and ups, but they're on like the shittier end of the sphere, and then just him being framed for a murder that he didn't do was the breaking point and tipping point for him to fully lose his
murdering his dad, like not just a murder, like y'all think I killed my dad.
Yeah, so that lack of humanity, or maybe like faith in humanity, exists in Rudo for sure right now, despite the camaraderie that he's building with the cleaners, because he still snaps. We saw what he did to Amo.
And, he started the fuck up, bro.
Exactly. So he still has that in him. I mean, even Semu.
When she did her, like, she was like, there's something in there. And again, I think that is tied to like Rudo's parentage.
And
like,
and in rewatching it in the English dub, in the very beginning when he first arrived at the cleaners, when she analyzed them, she like kind of was like taken aback and was like, and at that time she just said, they're like, oh, what's up? She said, oh, nothing, just like, she didn't really talk about it. She still hasn't talked about it in an extent. But now she's mentioned that there's some darkness in him.
Yeah, no, and again, we know that Rudo's dad got cast into the pit for like committing mass murders or just committing, and we don't know like the context of it, like, so. And I feel like, again, more things that, they've taken extra care to like make sure that they mention every now and again, so we don't forget that they're like plot points. So it's like, I think definitely whatever the fuck is up with Rudo internally has something to do with his parents. Like, I don't necessarily know if his mom is going to be like the parent that they hyper focus on, or if it's like his dad, but we know that he's in the pit. So I do find that interesting that we know Rudo's dad got cast into the pit. We don't know if he survived or not, but Rudo's dad, I would assume that he's down there. So again, one would assume that like that has to be a collision course at some point coming, like Rudo and his dad like being reunited or facing off, or if he's already kind of like been involved in this somehow, just like in the background scenes. But again, I'm gonna put it out there so it's on the airways in case it ends up happening. I think Arca is the wing giver. I think him and Regto were a team. I think Regto again has been collecting intel for the sphere to ultimately bring them down. Again, Arca and Zoto might have the same goal, but might be going about it differently. Again, cleaners and the Raiders, like it's a different vibe. I really did like the part, speaking of like different vibe, of cleaners and Raiders, when Engine and Fu were having a conversation. And Engine, he was like, we don't really specialize in humans. Like, he was like, trash beasts is like our speciality, which I really enjoyed that, because like they've been struggling with the Raiders. Like the Raiders, like, even though Rio won, but she had to cheat, like, and Zanka lost.
She said, I'm back to my ways.
So it's just like, again, this show doing things that you don't typically see a show do. It's like your main casts aren't the best fighters on their own show. Like, and I think that's fire. Like,
but you know what was also funny though? Maybe the Raiders kind of played themselves, because once they all learned that they were
that there was they should have kept they was like, oh, it's game time.
They said you said, well, where? Oh, hold on. No. Y'all done fucked up now.
And it's funny, they kind of foreshadowed that the cleaners don't really like fighting people, when Rio even said like, yo, I gave Engine my word that I wouldn't kill people anymore.
Right.
She was like, I made us promise that I would never let blood get on my scissors. So she was like, it is what it is. So yeah, they definitely fucked up, let them know it was a trash beast. Even Baby Kaiju cleaner, it was just like, oh, we in a trash beast?
Right.
She said, let's go.
And you know what? I had our shows mixed up, because you said this in your My Hero prediction, but when the one cleaner said, oh yeah, a kaiju fight, I was like, oh,
baby guy.
I was like, oh no, that was for My Hero. But
no, I said that for I said that for Gachiakuta too. I said that I feel like her cleaner power, she might turn into like a big beast thing. Because remember, I said, I was like, I feel like it'd be cool. She kind of like how Yoruichi had like her shit, like she like had cat claws, like that energy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she's definitely about to turn into a big ass dinosaur.
She got to get out of that thing, or unless is her plan just to burst from within. Whoa,
yo, it'll be fire. Clearly, I think her vital instrument is her PJs, what if on some like Goku kaiju in the Maro arc, like it just like kind of like the costume itself doesn't necessarily expand, but like an energy around it turns into like a big ass T-Rex or some shit.
Yeah,
like,
whatever her. I could see them doing some like funny, like cute type shit. It was like, oh, it was an old doll of hers that she
but it's like fuck shit up.
So now it's forever with her or something.
I can see that. That'd be fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, this show, like, again, it just checks all the boxes. We learned that like Zodal, well, we had kind of known that we knew that the Raiders knew how to make trash beasts, but we now know that like Zodal was attempting to make entries into the Watchmen series.
Yep.
And that's what turned into like the really cool looking trash beasts. Like,
and I wonder too, with all his experiments and then forming all these different trash beasts, he was like, oh, all right, I can just do this. All right, cool.
You know what I want in my head canon, what I want to imagine happen? I want to imagine that the reason why there are so many trash beasts, because he had said a line in the sub, and I wonder what it's going to translate to in the dub, where he was just like, oh yeah, like trash beasts, like essentially was saying that, you know, they come in all different shapes and sizes. In my head canon, I would love that he just kept trying to make them until he made one with wings. Like, oh shit, that one don't got wings. Throw it out. That one don't got wings. Throw it out.
What if it was a major contribution to like the increase of trash beasts?
That's what I'm saying. Like he's just trying to create that winged one. He's been like keep making them. And he's like, nope, this ain't it. Nope, this ain't it.
This is a random question for you, and one that only Philadelphia residents can probably understand or even picture. But have you ever been to the sanitation center off of 63rd Street? You're on Oregon, and then
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And you go over that bridge, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Doesn't it feel like when you cross that bridge, you're entering the ground, and the other part of the city is the sphere?
Hell yeah!
Like Ali and I were going over there to drop off our old bed frames to throw away, and she's just like, I've never been to this part of the the city. And then I was like, this reminds me of the ground. And what was even hilarious, when we dropped off our stuff, there was metal bed frames, a part of the one in our guest room, and the lady told us, put them over on the side of where all the metals are, and like literally it's just a trash heap of like an appliance, like appliances, scooters, like everything. And I was like, I literally said, Rudo would have a field day.
Yeah, let's go, Ali.
So yeah, that was just like literally when it's like another world over there, because all they're over there is the sanitation center. That's like when you turn on down K&A, like when you're in like officially K&A, you're like, oh shit. Yeah. There's a lot of
pits of despair.
A lot of a few adult clubs in that area. And
I there's no way for me to know this for sure, but I feel like the creator of Gachiakuta, there's some connection to Philly somewhere. Because it's just mad Philly vibes, mad Philly slang.
We gotta ask him.
It's something, bro. It's something. I was watching the Memoirs of a Mediocrity dubbed came out Sunday along with episode 19. It's so much better. Like I can't wait till I get up to that point. Like Jabber, when he starts doing his little rap, it's hilarious. He says this one line where he was just like, and I'm paraphrasing. But essentially when Zonka's having like his trip, when it's revealed that he's like having the drug trip and everything, he's just like, oh, my man's got a good batch. He over there tweaking. And he says that in the episode, and I'm like, I fucking love Zeno Robinson in this role, bro. Like, this is his magnum opus, though. Like, I know he still has a very young voice acting career, like many roles ahead of him, but like Jabber Walker is his shit.
We're gonna be talking about Jabber for a minute. For like sure.
I feel within the next year you about to see mad Jabber cosplays, mad Jabber tattoos.
Oh, hell yeah.
You about to see tattoos of Jabber. Like it's about to Jabber merch about to be crazy.
If we don't see mad Jabbers out there the next in these like upcoming cosplay or conventions, I should say, man,
I would say we'll do it.
Gotta do better. So
shit, we'll take it on if no one else will do it. But yeah, just everything about this. I'm fucking with Zodal. I do like when he released his like aura and energy, that shit was fire. Like, I'm here with everything
He
about
said,
this.
"Yo, I can control this shit. Let me know,
Dog, like when I tell
hand
you,
it over."
and I'm loving the added aspect to how we know that most people typically die trying to pass through the gate, like to get up to the sphere, like trying to make it from the ground to the sphere. And I'm loving how like that race against the clock is kind of playing out, like how all the raiders are just like, oh shit, we're leaving now. Oh fuck, I guess we all about to try to go through the gate.
I really hope that none of them escape from this trash beast and they all survive
I do too.
and pass
I
the
do
border,
too.
so we could see what would happen with the cleaners and the raiders in the sphere. Obviously, they're all going to be looked at as the enemies. So Zodo going to look at the cleaners like, hey, look, they look at us like,
Like
what are you going to do?
Hey, Engine, what we doing?
Because they can't, the cleaners, they can't tell the spheres like, no, we're not with them. The Spherites are gonna be
Yeah, they ain't gonna give a fuck.
We
They
don't
be, oh, yeah.
care.
Hey,
You
y'all
up here now?
Y'all dirty ground folk.
Like that would be such a fucking dope
Hey,
scene
yo.
if they all flew. If it all flew up past the border, they landed in some royal Spherite building, and it's just an all out.
Yeah,
like,
I want to see
battle.
on some King Kong shit. I want to see this winged trash beast like land on the tallest building in the nice part of the sphere, just like perched on that John. And because it's like all the Spherites think when you get cast into the pit, is a death. Like you
we'll
die.
never see you again.
So like they don't know that there's a whole civilization of people down there, yo. Like, with magic.
I hope they make it pass through. Yeah, I hope they make it through.
So one would assume that at least one of the cleaners is gonna make it out the beast to like maybe be able to get back to go tell Simu like, oh, this is what's going on. Who do you think's gonna be the one to get out?
I think that's gonna be the little girl. That's with with Zodal,
the kaiju baby.
Yeah,
the children. I feel like it might. I'm rolling. I'm going on top of that. I feel like the whole children group might get out. So like Bro Santa, Dear Santa, and the baby might get out because it seems that Dear Santa is about to legit punch a hole through this.
Dear Santa said, "Yo, I can't be here."
Yeah, he about to get out. He about to get out. Time. Oh shit, bro! One more thing to my reckless speculation about Arca not being who he seems. We know from the previous episodes that Arca has said he knows how to find the guys. He has an information broker. Mm-hmm. He'll do this thing. So again, maybe the winged giver is the broker, or maybe he is the winged giver again. But assuming that they don't get out the trash beast and make it up to the sphere, how the fuck would Arca get up there if he can't fly? Just
who knows?
saying.
Or he got to connect up there. That
Well, but we know that he is en route at Simu's like request to like help. She's like, bro, you're our leader. We call you.
Still nowhere to be found.
I love the line where he was just like, don't call me boss. And she was like, I call you boss in situations where you need to be the boss. Like, or it's like you being the boss is important.
He's taking
a
sweet old time getting there. That's for sure.
Yeah. So it's like, again, I'm not going as far as to say that he's a bad guy. And again, like his means might also be to take down the sphere like Zodo, which I guess would still contradict the cleaners' overall mission, what they think their goal is, to keep everybody safe, and dispose of trash beasts. And he was just like, oh, like it's a personal vendetta against the people up top. Like that's not what we signed up for. So, bro, we got 5 more episodes left. Yep. I've never felt more confident in anything that these next 5 episodes are going to be fire. I feel like Gachiakuta is 1000% gonna land the plane. Togen Ankai, please take all the notes. And I am going to be
hiatus.
And I pray, because we've talked about the drugs that must be floating around in the pens of these new anime creators, because everything is supercharged crack. Everything is amazing. But with that, we are also experiencing longer gaps between seasons because of how amazing these shows are season to season. So I know there's a rumor that Solo Leveling isn't going to be back till 2028. I know K-pop Demon Hunters, I believe, isn't coming out to like 2028, 2029. Some wild shit. Like, I really hope Gachiakuta, we're not gonna have to wait like 3 years for season 2, because we need this show. Mm-hmm. The nerddom needs this show. Like I'm cool. Sure. I'm cool with the I'll take a year. I'll give him a year to make it perfect, but like that's my max, bro. Like I need this show back. Like,
Yeah.
quick, fast, and it hasn't even left yet, and I'm already like, I need it back for season 2.
For sure.
But yeah, another amazing episode. But do you have any final thoughts or anything that we might have forgot to cover?
Nah, I think we got it all. We got it all. Just excited for the next set of episodes.
I will say one thing that I am quite curious about that I didn't realize. So again, Memoirs of a Mediocrity. The scene when Engine and Rio were having a conversation with Zanka when he was down in the pit and everything. There was a scene when Engine went to get up that a black crow like landed on the side of the well and like was kind of like looking around, and we saw a bunch of black crows in this episode around Zodal, like when he was doing his magic. Like, so I don't know if there's a giver who might have the ability to like control birds. I feel like that'd be kind of a firepower for like the winged giver, that he could like have some type of control over like birds, like keeping in line. But again, there's been a lot of black crows present for like a lot of like what I deemed to be pretty important scenes, and I'm wondering if there's like the significance to that, like if they're like spies for somebody. But yeah, this fucking show. This fucking show. Do we have any final words of wisdom to the beautiful people before we close this bad boy out?
You know, I'm trying to think of a fly way to say this, but you know, close this out, and I may got something for us.
I got you, big dog. Well, Trav thinks of the words of wisdom because he's so wise as the scholar of Planet Sadala. He has to figure out which of his wisdoms to bestow upon you, because you guys deserve nice things. But to all the lifers, new listeners, and fellow travelers, we have reached our final destination as we arrive aboard the Nama station. But you know that the journey never really ends, and we know that we can't change this nerd world without you. So lend us your vibes by way of likes, listens, reviews, and subscribes. And the easiest way that you can do that, and how you can also support our sister Star Wars podcast featuring yours truly and super producer Mikey, Annie, Are You Okay? A Star Wars podcast, which me, Mikey, and Trav will be covering Star Wars Visions because it's an anime Star Wars show. So why not fuse together in the very near future? But the easiest way that you can keep an eye out for that and how you can just support us in general is by clicking the all-powerful link tree of might in the episode description below. And just like the North, always remember, whether you watch it or you read it, we all still need it. So open up your nerd eye, point it to the sky, and we will see you next time aboard the brothership. See you soon, space cow people.
And to close this out, sometimes you need to spread your wings and fly to leave alone your better lies. I'm saying. And always remember, take care of your chickens and harvest your farm. And we out. Later, nerds.